Hello everyone, today I have a super cool video. As you can see from the title, we are doing a showcase of my past artworks before I started my YouTube channel. I've always done art, I've done a lot of it, and I've gotten a lot of requests from the intro video that I made of people saying, oh, how did you do that? Can you remake it? Can you do a video of how you made it? Obviously, I'm not going to spend tons of time on each one of these, but I'll go over a brief overview. And if you want to see more, comment which one you want more in depth or which one you want to see me remake, and I can definitely do that for you. But for now, this is going to be a pretty lengthy video, maybe, I think. I'm not really sure, because I'm going to try to do all of them in one. So skip around to the parts that you want to see, skip around to the artworks you want to see. Feel free to watch the whole thing or only watch 2 of them. I hope you would watch all of it, but that's just me. Okay, let's get on to the video. Okay, so first up is this super cool painting of the point of view. Yes, the point of view is I was on a cruise and I took a really pretty picture and I wanted to make that into a canvas because this was an art project I did this year, and we had to take a photo we had on our phones that we took of a pretty landscape, or any kind of landscape we wanted to do, and make it so that there was foreground, middle ground, and afterground? Foreground? No. Foreground. Oh my gosh. And background. Foreground, middle ground, background. Your foreground is going to be like this, me standing on the side of the boat. Your middle ground is going to be this little boat in the distance and like your water. That's pretty much your middle ground. And your background is pretty much after the horizon line, which the horizon line is pretty self-explanatory, where the sky meets the sea. And yeah, so that was the prompt. I started off with back to front. So I started off with the sky and blended the sky together. And then I did the water. And then I did this. And then I went back and did the clouds. So that's just a picture, tiny one, of something I took on a family vacation that turned into a art project and now is hanging up in my house. So there you go. My next one is a super tiny guy. This one is probably about the size of a piece of paper. I saw this idea on Pinterest and I thought it was so cool to do. It was so easy. It literally took me like a few hours, just because I'm a perfectionist. And I used lyrics and made them into the lyrics that were red. I made them into the drawing of the lyric. So I used Fight Song by Rachel Platten because I love that song. And so you can see small boat, ocean, wave, word, heart, one match, explosion. So I think this one is super cute. My handwriting is not the best. I'm sure you guys can see that and it might be better for you. I think these are also going to be backwards just because of how I'm filming it, but I will show you all of them forwards too. But that's the next one. next one is a really super cool one. This was a giant sculpture. So I don't know if you can see it, but you probably can. The colors match my walls, and they are my initials. So this was an 8th grade art project that I had, and most people were able to use 2 initials, but my awesome art teacher let me use 3. So I used all 3 of my initials, MSH. So the M is right here, the S is over here, and the H is the whole thing. So that's super cool. I made this out of, oh my god. So this project took a really long time, actually. First, we sketched it out. Second, did we take cardboard? I think we took cardboard. We took cardboard and we took an X-Acto knife, and we literally had to cut all of these letters out, and 3D too. So we had to cut all of these things out, not even gluing them together. Instead, we then took paper mache, and maybe we glued them together a little bit to help us. But then we took paper mache, which is why you can kind of see it's a little bit textured at some places, because I wasn't the best at covering the paper mache when I was a little bit younger. Oops. Yeah, so we paper mached over it, and after we paper mached over it, we did like 3 layers of it. So trying to get in between these little things and here, well, first of all, actually cutting out this whole thing on a giant piece of cardboard was horrendous, and then doing it for the back, and then the sides and the top and the bottom. Oh my god, holy work that was. And then paper macheing it all, which got all over, but I'm not afraid to make a mess, especially with art. Then we painted over it white, and then we painted over it our colors. And then for these fun little flowers, I used a sponge and cut it in the shape of a flower and a circle, and I would dip it lightly in a paint, or dip it into the paint that I wanted, dip it on a paper towel so it gave it some of like the cool textures and stuff, and then would put it on here. For the flowers, it didn't really need it that much because some would be more textured than others. So yeah, so this is the next one. Another lyrical, it's not lyrical at all actually, it's quotes from my favorite TV show ever, Friends, as you could imagine. I love that TV show. I've watched it like 12 times over. I love that TV show. I would love to meet Jennifer Aniston, and Joey's like my favorite, and I'm just like Monica, and holy mackerel, I love that show. Anyway, not the point. I took the Friends colors, and I took the Friends quotes, ombre'd them, and then I put them under whoever said them. So I have all of Ross's, Phoebe's, Rachel's, Chandler's, Joey's, Monica's famous quotes, and they're all nice and ombre'd. I originally just painted the squares, ombre'd them from white to whatever color I was doing, and then I took a Sharpie and wrote all of these things in, and then I went over it in paint. You can also do it in pencil before you even do the Sharpie step. Totally up to you. I know these quotes by heart, so didn't really need it, but this is this one. Next up, I have a really, really, really simple one that literally anyone can do. If you can't, yikes. Sorry, but yikes. I literally took this nice wooden board and I put friend stickers on it. Literally nothing complicated. I bought these friend stickers off of Amazon. It was a pack. I actually got them for my birthday, I think. They are so cute. It has all the catchphrases. And I didn't want pictures next to pictures, and I didn't want the writing next to the writing. So I tried my best to kind of stagger them, but at the same time making it cute and having a nice little order. Organized it, stuck the stickers on. It took me an hour at most. But it's so cute to just have like the little wooden board and then the stickers on it. So yeah, that one's gonna get hung up too. Next up is this acrylic pour painting I did. This is one of my favorite ones I did because I have these super cool colors. I have black, white, gray, a teeny bit of yellow, a baby pink, blue, and then I also have some splatters all around it. So I think this one is super cool. It's super plain. I kind of just went in a swooping motion. If you don't know what acrylic pours are, I will be doing them on this channel pretty often. I love them and they are so easy to do. They could take 5 minutes. They could take however long you want them to take. But this one is one of my favorite ones. It's somewhat small too. I think it's a 16 by 16. It's really compact and cute, and it will be hanging on my wall as soon as I get them all up. But for now, that's this one. It's really hard to explain how to do a acrylic pour. So watch one of my upcoming videos to see an acrylic pour. So now I have another lyrical one. I love sunsets, or love blending actually in general. So for me to be able to blend from the yellow or the white to the yellow, to the yellow, to the orange, to the red, to the blue, to the purple with the reflection on the water was really cool. It was one of my first ones, so it wasn't amazing. I definitely should have reflected it a little more. Oh well. I did these cute little like cartoony clouds. They don't actually look like super like professional clouds, but I kind of liked the like little outline ones. I have my moon, I have my reflection, and then right here is a Taylor Swift lyric that I love called that says, "Darling, I'm a nightmare dressed like a daydream." And I thought this was so cool because it's a nice pretty sunset and you don't expect to see this quote on it. So it's nice and tiny, and yeah. Next up, a lot of people say that this one is one of their favorite things I've ever made. So it's a guitar, but filled with tissue paper flowers on them. They kind of look a little smushed now, but I promise you they're not really that smushed. You can see it in the top. They're much prettier up there. So this one I made once again in my 8th grade art class. A lot of these projects I got to take home, and I really like them. That's why I took them home. So you're probably wondering why there's like a guitar and it's wasted because there's tissue paper flowers in it. We had our music program had a lot of old guitars that were like smashed or broken, or the strings were completely off, or it was cracked down the sides, or the front was completely peeled off, or like pried off, whatever. They gave it to the art room to see if we can salvage it for any projects, and at the end of the school year, my teacher said, listen, you can do a project with it for an end of the school year project, or you can just hang out, whatever. I chose to take one and do a project with it. I originally wanted to grow actual plants out of it. I wanted it to be one of those cute like wall hanging things where there was a guitar on the side and then there were just like plants growing in it. That obviously didn't work out because then I was like, how am I going to take soil to school? How am I going to plant these pots in it? Didn't work out. So I was like, tissue paper. I can make flowers out of that. So my teacher had tons of tissue paper. And so I folded them, cut them in, cut like little curves in them or points or whatever in different textured and different colored tissue papers. And then I started with gluing them to the sides and then gluing them to each other. And you can see I did a good job with this by not getting any of the glue on any of the other things where it can stick out and you can see the glue. Like you probably can't see even super close the glue on here. Towards the end and the middle right here got a little hard, so I did have to put popsicle sticks inside on the bottom and then cut just to like poke them up a little bit so this wasn't sunken in. But literally there's like 4 popsicle sticks right here. The rest is glued to each other. So that's how and why I did this one. Thank you so much for watching this video. It means so much to me. Please, please, please like and subscribe. If you are not subscribed already, it would mean a lot to me if you subscribed. Yeah, that's all. Comment if you want to see more of these in depth, or want me to do another one of these kinds of paintings. And I will. So yeah. Subscribe, like. Thank you for watching this video. Bye.